Welcome back to Graphics Year 8. So before half term we had started designing our shop. So we had created mood boards based on what our shop was going to be about, what we were going to sell, who we were aiming our products at, so our target audience, and the whole theme of our shop. We also then started looking at logo design. So we watched a YouTube video of a designer who was designing a logo for a made-up company, and he showed the process that he was doing for that. We are going to, over the next 2 lessons, design some logos for your shop. So hopefully by now you have done your silent starter, which was a 5-minute YouTube clip with a designer from America, and he was talking about different types of logos and what makes a successful logo. And then you did a quiz on it. So hopefully you've done that. If you haven't, please pause this and go and do that now, because I think it will really help you develop your own ideas and also give you some ideas of the different styles that you can use. If you haven't already decided on a name, you need to do that because you are going to be designing your logos today and next lesson. So you could go for something that is quite simply explaining what the shop is. So it could be something like Toys R Us. Obviously don't use that one already exists. But Toys R Us is a very literal name. We know that they sell toys there. Whereas something like Coca-Cola, actually we don't really know that that's anything to do with a drink. It's only because we know that brand so well that we know that it is a drink. But actually in the name Coca-Cola, in the name McDonald's, in the name WH Smith, none of those are linked to what the products are that they sell. So there's 2 different ways that you could go with your designs. So as I said, over the next 2 lessons, you're going to be designing your logos. So on the screen now, you can see your success criteria. Hopefully it will just click through. Our lesson objectives here. So your knowledge objective is to understand the importance of a product logo and the role it plays. The skill we're using is creative because we're creating alternative ideas, and you're going to create 4 ideas for your shop logo. Here is our success criteria. So you must create a range of effective logo ideas. You could be able to use different typography styles to represent your product name. So think back to when we've looked at typography before, what's effective, what sort of look is it going for. Something like Coca-Cola, as we spoke about earlier, is very traditional versus something like the new version of Google, which is a bit more modern. And you could have analysed each idea, explaining how you've made it suitable for your target audience. On the screen here is a success criteria of what makes a successful logo. So usually if we were in lesson, we would talk through these and put your suggestions in, but these are the ones that I thought of. So colour, how does it work? Does it have a uniformed colour? I know in the previous video we looked at before half term, he was talked about colours that represent energy and electricity. Product name stands out from others. You don't want it to all look the same. Represent your brand. So think to that video that you looked at for your silent starter. You want longevity from your logo. It's a swimming contest, not a diving contest. You want it to last a long time. The size of it can be made small, can it be made big without it becoming unrecognizable? Is it easy to recognize? Can people look at it and instantly know what it's for? Font style. So some logos have very distinctive styles. If you wrote any word in a Disney font style, you'd still recognize it as Disney. And how is it linked to your product? Does it have an image with it, perhaps? So on the screen now, you can see some examples from previous students' work. This one is fantastic. This, I'm sure you can guess, is for a bookshop. So this student did 6 logos. So they had a look online and had a look at different ways that books could be represented. So they used a pictorial style logo for this. So they've used pictures and words. As you can see from the first one, it looks like a book that's opened up with the pages all done in rainbow colours. So that's from a side view. The second one here looks much more 3D. Looks like a pile of books, perhaps. This one looks like an owl reading a book. We've got a fox here looking at this book here with a tail holding the book. We have one here again that is open, but the page looks like it's being turned. And this one again is open, but it's a different can't speak today, representation of a book compared to these. And each of the font styles are different as well, and they've used different colours. So this is a really great example to look at, and this is what we're looking for, a range of really interesting, exciting logo ideas. And then they have analysed it as well with a what went well on EBI, so what's good about it, what could you improve? And I want to know those reasons why. Why is it good? So this student's written, the logo stands out and is bright white. But why is that good? Why is it good that it stands out? How does it stand out? So give those reasons. The next student is for a surf cafe. It's called Surf the Earth. So it was about saving the planet as well as surfing. So thinking about ecological issues, and as you can see, they've made the surfboard here look like the world, and then they've used the world instead of the sun with the waves in the going through as well. And then they've got a bottle here, like a message in the bottle with a surfboard in it. So again, different fonts, different colours, different ideas. Each idea is analysed as well with what went well in an EBI. Why is it eye-catching? Well, maybe it's eye-catching because of the colours it's used. Maybe it's eye-catching because of the position of the sun, or the idea that they've used the world to represent the sun. So make sure you do give those reasons. But remember, we do have 2 lessons to do this. So really, during today's lesson, I'd expect you to maybe get 2 or 3 ideas done. And in your second lesson, you complete your ideas and then do your what went well in EBI for each one. So on the next screen is a list of what you need to do to complete this task. So over 2 lessons, you need to create at least 4 logo ideas for your shop. As you can see from the previous examples, one person did 4 and the other person did 6. And then they must be fully rendered. So can anyone remember what rendered means? Coloured in. And then it needs a title, so logo ideas. You might want to do this onto plain paper and then keep it when we come back, or you might want to do it into a book. You might already have a sketchbook that you could do it onto. You can use images that you find on your phone that you can draw from to help you, give you some ideas, or you can trace them. I know that phones and tablets can be used as really good, like little mini light boxes, which work really well. Please put the date on there as well. And then extension is obviously to write your detailed what went well and EBI for each one. That is obviously symbolising the end of my lesson. I hope you guys are well. If you've got any questions, please do send me an email or send me a message on Show My Homework. Thank you.